Hi, Virgo family. Okay, so we are going to get right into your August reading for 2018. Happy birthday to any Virgos whose birthday is in August. This is my birthday month. I'm not a Virgo. Well, I'm kind of a Virgo. I'm a sun sign Leo Virgo cusp, and then my moon sign is Virgo. My north node is Virgo. So yeah, I have a lot of Virgo tendencies, I guess. But yeah, happy birthday, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to see what the energy for your August should be. Whoa. Uh-oh. Might be work related. I saw Capricorn come out, but it didn't necessarily come out on its own. I just saw it kind of flip. Let's see. What is the energy? Who are we acting like this month? What's the energy for August for Virgo? There we go. Aries. Love it. I love it. What do you want? What do you want out of life? What do you want out of everything? Aries, I say I like this because this is where you get to find your power, your voice, your just you. Like, what do you like? What are you into? What are the things that you want to do but you're afraid that people will look at you funny or look at you different? What are the things that you want to express? What are the things that you think about? What are ideas that you have? This is like taking all of the scary stuff that you don't want to put out on the center stage, or not necessarily center stage, but things that you want to try. This is doing it. This is like going out there and doing it, okay? And not giving a fuck about, or excuse me, I don't want to start cussing. Not caring about what other people have to say about it. So yeah, it's an amazing, way to feel in August, especially if your birthday is coming. It's a good empowerment card. And also it's a card of action. It's a fire sign, so it's all about moving and doing and putting things into action. This isn't you don't think about it. This isn't a plan. So this may be a little, this may be a rush for some Virgos this month. There may be a lot of things happening that you never would have expected. Life might move a little bit faster in August, okay? So let's pay attention and let's see what's to come, okay? So starting off, for the beginning of August 2018 for Virgo. What is the first card? Alrighty, so we're starting off. We're going to start off with the energy of the beginning of August, okay? So we have the Strength card, okay? So the beginning of your August is you may find someone that you feel connected to, or you may be feeling, you may feel healthier, almost to the point where you have more energy. Aries, they have a lot of energy. They move really fast. If you know any Aries, they're really, really cool. There's some that are really chill, and then there's some that are really out there and they cuss a lot, and they're just, they're all about life and they just do what they want to do. They live in the moment. And they always have ideas. I love Aries. And this is I say this is my Aries card a lot because she has like red hair, and I don't know why that makes me think Aries. But really fiery energy. So you may feel like a speed up in your August, in the beginning. You may also feel safe with someone, secure. And this may just start your Leo season. This may be when you start feeling the Leo season start, because this is like the Leo card, right? So yeah. So keep that in mind, okay? You may start feeling that really heavy. So in the beginning of August, we're starting off with the 5 of Wands. So if this is about work, or if this is in a workplace, then you're going to be like competing. You may feel like a spark to be better, and competing to be the best. And that's really good, in work. I think that's, especially for a Virgo, I think that's really fun for us. Or this could be, on the downside or the darker side. You may have to express yourself a little bit more. You may have to be a little bit more assertive about the things that you want to happen. Whether this is in your love life or in work or in friendships, you may have to speak up a little bit more. And you may have to, confront an issue. Worst comes to worst, and this will be like an argument or a competition. And there may be I'm sorry, guys. There may be someone who loses or someone who wins. So we're not really sure how it's going to turn out, but we'll do more clarification on that, okay? We have the Knight of Swords here. So you also want to make sure that whatever your plan is in your head, you'll probably start putting it into motion around this time as well, okay? So you start to feel yourself not procrastinating. And then we have the Ten of Cups here in reverse, okay? So maybe some things that you wanted to happen didn't happen the way you wanted it to. Or maybe some things that you thought were going to come through miraculously didn't really happen the way that you wanted it to. But this is also, it's like everything is okay except for maybe you and a friend aren't talking. So it's like everything is okay, but maybe not everything's okay. Mostly everything's okay, but then there's one thing that's like a little off, okay? But it's to the point where it's like, oh, I wish that was fixed, but things happen. Shit happens. This is that kind of card, okay? So, let's see. What is this? Oh, here it is. Oh, so maybe dealing with love, okay? So this Five of Wands, you may be arguing with your partner a lot. If you're dealing with a Gemini, you might not be seeing eye to eye with them. You may be competing with the Gemini. If this is a love interest or a lover, or a soulmate or a twin flame, you may start to see the shadow side come out a little bit more. You may be arguing a little bit more or being more assertive or aggressive. So try to see what the issue is that's dealing with that, okay? And this Ten of Cups, what's wrong with that? What? Ten of Cups in reverse. Virgo. Okay, so this Ten of Cups in reverse, it's clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. So this could be, you know, your morals. Maybe you are having issues with traditions. Maybe you're feeling like the way things have been going, you don't like it anymore. And, you know, as a Virgo, change is kind of like, you know, so it may put you feeling a little uncomfortable. It may make you change things about your plan that you wanted to stay the same. So whatever your foundations are, your morals are, or how you thought something was going to go, or maybe how you know, your relationships with your family members or, you know, your relatives, they may not be on the best stage, okay? But it doesn't mean that it can't be fixed, okay? So for the middle of August, oh, there we go. Okay, so for the middle of August, the energy we have is the Knight of Wands, okay? So again, putting into action. This is, sometimes I say Sagittarius, but I think this is more of Aries energy, okay? So again, putting into action, it's going to be like a spark of fire, and it just lights you up, and you just go and do it, whatever it is. And you go do it, and you do it for yourself, and this is like self-motivated. Now, the only problem with this card is things could still blow up in your face because you did not plan for it to go the way that it's going, because Aries and usually fire signs, we don't really plan, we just do. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. So that does not mean it won't be good, but it's just saying, like, be on the lookout. Like, don't plan for it, but when you feel the need to do something, go ahead and do it, because there's a reason that you feel that momentum to go. But just understand that whatever pops up, just get through it, okay? Figure out a way to get through it. As a Virgo, you'll notice when something is off anyway, so don't even worry about it. So for the middle of August, we have the Ten of Wands here, okay? So you have a lot of things that you're dealing with, and maybe time to drop something, okay? We'll figure out what that is. Some type of responsibility, or maybe a thought that you keep having, or an investment that you're in. Maybe it's time to drop something, okay? We have the Seven of Swords here in reverse, okay? So maybe there's some sneakiness happening, but not towards you, but it's about someone else, and you may find out about it. And it may not affect you in a bad way. It could. It just depends on what happens. But there's a sense of sneakiness, and I feel like you're going to find out about something sneaky happening. But I don't think it's going to affect you negatively. If anything, it's going to give you that fire to do what you got to do. But it will hurt you in a way, you know. It may make you feel like, what the fuck, or make you feel a little uncomfortable. But I don't think it's something that'll hurt you or damage you. But I do think it's about something else, or from something else. And then we have the Emperor card in reverse. Again, this is Aries energy popping up again. So the middle of August is going to be a really passion-driven, putting things into motion time for you in August. So yes, the Rams here represent Aries. It's in reverse, okay? So you may start having control issues. If this is you, you're going to be really bossy. You're going to seem too dogmatic, almost like a tyrant, okay? So don't be like that. You don't want to be too controlling. You want to do what you want to do, but do it because you want to. Don't do it so that you can tell other people how to do it. Or you don't want to become that Virgo who's always nitpicking at how people do things. I do that sometimes. It's not good, and it makes people not want to be around you, you know? Not that that matters, but it kind of does, you know? But again, if this is someone that isn't, if you aren't being this person, it's this other person, they're becoming too, what's the word? They could be becoming, you know, bossy, controlling, obsessive, micromanaging. This could also be an Aries coming into your life, someone that you might not want to be around. But I do think this is just an Emperor energy. I do think this is just someone who is bossy, someone who has control, and they're taking too much of it. We're going to do clarification. What is it that needs to be put down? What do you need to put down? These we're going to put down. So we have the Three of Swords in reverse, okay? So to me, I'm not necessarily sure if this is going to be like a breakup or, you know, I know it's going to be a disappointment, but I feel like this is going to be the type of disappointment where it's like, it's already happened before. I feel like this is a familiar feeling for you. Almost to the point where it's like, when it happens this time, it's like, why do I keep going through this? It's almost like you're going to have a disappointment with yourself, but not in a bad way. It's going to be kind of just like a realization, like, we really allowed ourselves to go through this. That's what I'm feeling. Like, it's like you're going to be talking to yourself saying that. It's going to be like, okay, well, let's just drop it. Like, yeah, it's going to be disappointing that it didn't happen the way that I planned this to happen, or this relationship or this situation or this work didn't happen the way that I wanted it to, but fuck it. Like, let's move on. Like, I think it's time to move on. You know, I think that's what you're going to be feeling. And again, with Aries, it's like you're going to be going off of your motives, okay? So it's like if you feel like something is off, if you feel like something's wrong, it's going to be like, well, let's fix it. You know, it's going to be about what you want. So very powerful energy. And I do think whatever you drop, it's going to be something that's caused you disappointment before, but I don't think it's going to be able to do that in the future, okay? What is the Seven of Swords? What sneaky behavior is going to be found out? Okay, so we got 3 cards, okay? Wow. Okay, so the first one is the Queen of Cups. So intuitively, I think you're going to know something. You're going to find out something that you already knew was happening. This could be dealing with emotions. This is an emotional card. I mean, this is a water card, so Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. Something that you probably need to end. An emotional habit or emotional blockage or an emotional cycle is probably going to be ending soon. And I think you're just going to feel it and you're going to be like, I know what I got to do. You know, Knight of Wands. So you're going to put it into action and do it. You don't know how it's going to play out, but you know you have to do something about it. And whatever you do, I really do think with that Aries behind you, if you doing it because of self-wanting to, it's going to give you that strength that you need. That strength that you're begging for. So whatever you find out, whatever that deceit was or is, I feel like you finally find a way to push through it. You finally find a way to drop it, to get past it. Sorry, there was someone walking past the... You finally figure out how to get out of it. And I do think it has something to do with the person who's controlling. What is this Emperor energy in reverse? What are they representing? So, wow. So truth, fairness, justice. We have the Justice card here. So something that needed to be vindicated. Maybe it's you. Balance, you know, freedom, the right thing. You did it because it was the right thing that needed to be happened. You did it because it was the right thing that needed to be done. And then Seven of Cups energy. This is like having a lot of things and it overwhelms you. But I feel like the overwhelming card is more about whoever this person is. Once you start to find your justice and you figure out this isn't right, and they feel that they're paying for their crime, I think they're gonna start feeling like, whoa, you know, like this is overwhelming. Like, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe I'm getting, kind of like if someone walks up to you and says, hey, you know you're supposed to be in prison, right? Like, you have like 15 years. And you're like, what? Like, I had no idea. And they just take you to prison and that's it. It's going to hit them, the other person, like that, because it's like you're finding your power. And they're going to be like, what? Like, where did this come from? You know, that's what I feel like it's going to be. Alrighty. Really heavy energy in this spread, guys. Really heavy energy. At the end of August, what do we have here? All right, Virgo, my beautiful Virgo. So the energy for the end of your August, let's not do that. For the end of your August is the Three of Pentacles. So Three of Pentacles is all about cooperation and things working. So I think it's going to be a really, really smooth energy towards the end of August. Almost like whatever you had to get rid of, once you got rid of it, it immediately made your life easier. Immediately made your life smoother. Like, it's like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, it's beautiful. So starting off, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this could be easily taken as a Virgo card. This is Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus energy. This is about having your shit together, being a hard worker, having your stuff, having your domain, having your castle, and being able to show it off. You know, this is about an earth woman, like if there was like the epitome of an earth sign woman, having her shit together. You know, she may be a little quiet, she may be wild, but nonetheless, she has her shit together and she works for it. And she doesn't have to ask anyone for anything. If you're a guy, same thing. Being independent, having what you want, being stable, being secure, and being calm. You know, like knowing that things are okay because you planned for it to be that way. You made sure your money was intact. Just being responsible. All the good qualities of all the earth signs. That's how you're starting the end of your August. After you get rid of that bullshit, after you find the justice, after you find the truth behind it all, after you go through a little bit of heartache, after you find your strength again, after you intuitively know in your gut that this has to change. And once you make that change, you become the Queen of Pentacles. You become your highest form as an earth sign. Ace of Cups. Peace, serenity, harmony, love, compassion, peace. You know, tranquility, calm, like everything good, joy. My cup filleth, or what the fuck am I trying to say? You know, like I can't think of the phrase right now, but you know, like just being emotionally whole, peacefully. And then to end it off, we have the Chariot in reverse. Now, this isn't a terrible card. This is kind of like, I would say this is like getting to the finish line, but that isn't the end all be all. This is like, make sure your motives are still the way that they need to be. Make sure you're checking on yourself, making sure that whatever is driving you, make sure you aren't doing things just to make other people jealous. Make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons still, okay? This is about your path in life. I think your path is going to change. I think you're going to realize, you know, things are different now. So I'm different. Like what I want out of life is different. My goals are different. I feel like you're going to change the plan. You're going to change up. You're going to change the blueprint, you know, like it's exciting. I feel like it's exciting. If you've already started changing things that much, then shoot, like what else? We have to change everything else. You can't just keep the same formula for something that's changed dramatically, you know. I almost said dramatically. I don't know why I can't talk. Mercury. Anyways, let's just get this going. Okay, so let's see, what is that Chariot in reverse? What is it that we have to work on? Okay, so we have the Knave of Wands. Okay, so this could be a person that comes in. This could be a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, or Sag, that comes in and kind of makes you want to go their way. But you don't want to get caught up in trying to help someone again, okay? So don't let that happen. Or this could be the Aries that you've been possessing this whole month of August. This could be the Aries in you, or at least the Aries that you were expressing throughout this month, kind of sticking up and being like, okay, like, you know, I'm still here, but your life or the Chariot is like, okay, we got to drop them off now. We're going into September. We're going into our month if your birthday is in September, Virgo. It's like we're going into harvesting, so we may have to change up how we act in September. You know, we have to find a new energy to align with, okay? So it's kind of going to be like, at the end of August, I feel like you have to stop with the Aries, okay? So it's going to be a different energy. You know, obviously I'm going to have the video up for September so you can see how you need to be. But I feel like that's going to be like the farewell for the Aries energy. Not bad at all. I feel like it's almost like you're going to be thankful. It's like, thank you, Aries, for coming into my life as an energy. And showing me how to switch up my life, how to change the course completely. and giving me myself back, you know? I feel like it's going to be a bittersweet goodbye, but it's going to be a goodbye nonetheless because it needs to happen. Okay? But I think you're going to really just appreciate having that spark and that fire ignite you. And I think it's really going to make you remember who you are as a Virgo. Why you're here. Why people need you. You know, like, why do people need you? I think you're going to be able to remember that. So just as an overcap, because there was a lot of energy, I'm going to go ahead and tell you about that. So in the beginning of August, keep in mind, we have the Aries energy, so we're putting things into motion. Things are going to be happening really quick, okay? So in the beginning of August, we will have some issues with the love, okay? Right off the bat in August, there's going to be some problems with the love interest, or maybe a Gemini. In the middle of August, there's going to be disappointment. You're going to have to drop something because of this disappointment. And I do feel like it's going to be some type of deceit. But this deceit is going to be the last straw for you. It's going to give you that push and that energy that you need to intuitively change things in your life, emotionally, around you. Change your love interest. Maybe change who you're with. Maybe change who you're helping from now on. You're going to do it. You're going to put that into action. It's going to give you that strength that you need. And then after that, whoever it is who is bossing your life around, whoever it is that had so much control and so much authority over you, you're going to be able to have justice. And you're going to come to a conclusion where you finally have justice from them. And after that complete transformation, after all of that trauma and that trouble that you go through for that, you're finally going to feel like the queen or the king that you are as an earth sign. You're finally going to have all your ducks in a row as who you are. Who are you as a Virgo, right? And you're going to feel peaceful. You're going to feel whole. Even if things aren't perfect around you as far as like what you want as your house, like how your house looks or where you live, you're still going to feel whole completely within yourself. And then at the end of August, it's just going to be a farewell to the Aries energy, but it's going to be a beautiful cycle that you recognize, a beautiful gratitude that you have for that fire energy, for that doing and just changing in a heartbeat. That fire energy, I really feel like you're going to be able to align with it this August, you know, in Leo season. So double the fire energy right before it's time to harvest, right before it's time for Virgo season. And for some of you, it will be Virgo season in August. So yeah, and I think you're going to have to switch up how you are. If you would like a personal reading just to be ready for your Virgo season, or just to make sure you're doing everything right to change whatever it is that needed to be changed, go ahead and hit me up. I leave all of my stuff in the description box so that you can be able to, you know, contact me so we can get these things done and hashed out. Yeah, I'm Love from Leo. If I'm not your favorite Leo, then one day I will be. And until the next video, Virgo, I will see you very, very soon. I will see you in September. I love you so much, Virgo. Bye.